So basically, as we know that this Australia and New Zealand are countries which are down under. So basically, Australia has a two-tiered system for regulation of medicine, including complementary medicine. So they call it as the higher risk medicine, which must be registered on the Australian Register of Therapeutic Goods and involves evaluating the quality, safety and effectiveness of the product. The lower risk medicine containing pre-approved low risk ingredients and that make limited claims can be listed on the ARTG. So we have two scenarios. One which is called as a, it is, we can list the product. These are like the example like vitamins, like vitamin C up to 1000 milligram can be listed, and listing takes only a month time to put it on the ARTG. But in both the cases, you need to have TGA GMP approval. So basically, it's a risk-based system for registering products in Australia. So the registered medicines, all prescription medicines are registered. Most over-the-counter medicines are registered, and some complementary medicines are registered. These are complementary medicines which have safety issues or available in higher doses, and they have to be registered. But listed medicines are assessed by the TGA for quality and safety but not efficacy. Some over-the-counter medicines can be listed, and most complementary medicines are listed. We know the agency is the Therapeutic Good Administration, called as TGA, and it is a division of the Australian Government Department of Health and Aging and is responsible for regulating medicines and medical devices. And they have a Therapeutic Goods Act 1989, which is their basic basic regulation for applying the risk management approach to ensure therapeutic goods. The work of the TGA is based on applying scientific and clinical expertise to decision making to ensure that the benefit to consumer outweigh any risk associated with the use of medicine and medical device. The TGA relies on the public, healthcare professional and industry to report problems with medicines or medical devices. This is a very, because of a very, I would say, involvement of people, of the citizens in Australia, they are themselves involved in healthcare of their own. They read a lot, they understand a lot of things about healthcare, and they have a very transparent system to report any problems with the medicines or medical devices. So TGA uses that information also to assess, to do a risk assessment, and thereby implement regulations based on that. So almost any product for which therapeutic claims are made must be entered in the ARTG before it can be supplied in Australia. So we need to have a registration, and once it's registered, the product appears on the Australian Register of Therapeutic Goods. So what are therapeutic goods? The definition, they comprise of a broad range of things like bandages, pregnancy testing kits, herbals, tissue, as well as medicines like paracetamol. And they have three categories, like medicines, which include prescription, OTC, herbals, and also like biologicals, and then we have medical devices. And they also have a category called other therapeutic goods, and that includes like tampons and disinfectants. And what makes the good therapeutic? The definition of what you call it as a therapeutic good is the same definition which many countries follow. So it's like preventing, diagnosing, curing, alleviating a disease, influencing, inhibiting, or modifying a physiological process, testing the susceptibility of person to a disease or ailment, influencing, controlling, or preventing conception, testing for pregnancy, and it also includes ingredient or component in the manufacture of therapeutic goods used to replace or modify parts of the anatomy. So these are basically, I think many countries have a similar definition for therapeutic goods or medicines. The product license holder is normally called as a sponsor in the TGA terminology, and you need to have a local sponsor who is registered with the TGA to file an application for you. And all communication with the TGA are conducted by the sponsor and vice versa. And the registration certificate includes both the sponsor name as well as the manufacturing company name. So these are the drug classifications which are there. So they have an OTC medicine, which they classify as a negligible, low or moderate risk, and they have to be, they have to follow the Australian regulatory guideline for OTC medicines. And other therapeutic goods like disinfectants, sterilants, sanitary products, they have to follow the guideline for therapeutic goods regulation, medical devices. And for the prescription, they have to follow the Australian regulatory guideline for prescription medicine. And once it is approved, it comes on the Australian Register of Therapeutic Goods. So any of these products which are registered has to feature in the ARTG. So Australia has 3 different categories of applications. So we'll go. So basically, actually they don't call it as category 1, 2 and 3. It used to be called in the past, but that terminology still continues, and still when they talk, they still call it as category 1, 2 and 3. So category 1 applications are basically a new biological, an NCE or a biotech product. A generic medicine falls under category 1. They have a new dosage form, new strengths, extension to indication, changes to the product information, amendments to the product information, significant variations to an existing product. So these are the products which fall under category 1. Category 2 is called as comparator overseas regulator. So we have another category product that if your product is approved in either one of these countries, either in EU or Canada, Switzerland, Singapore, Japan, UK and USA, then there is a possibility to register that product in an abbreviated way or in a faster process through a procedure which we will see in subsequent slides. So it is called as a comparator overseas regulator. So TGA has identified these countries, and they have evaluated, and they feel that these countries are similar in requirement to what the TGA expects. So if the products are registered in these countries, then it becomes easy for TGA, and you can go through this channel to apply the registration in Australia. And category 3 is mostly related to changes like variations. So they are basically for category 3 applications. That's called as category 3 application. So basically for generic it is category 1 and category 2 are the 2 things which are normally required for, we can either of the pathway can be followed for registration. It is a member of ICH as an observer, TGA, and as well as for PICS. The member, the electronic CTD to be submitted with Module 1 specific to Australia. Module 2 to 5 are as per ICH, and language used in the dossier is English.